Hey everyone, we've got an interesting question today about what happens when the pattern is seen. Hi Claire, I just wanted to thank you for the vulnerability and authenticity of your book. That's nice. That's the It's Not You and It's Not Me book about breakups and loss. I noticed an interesting pattern in myself. My childhood was filled with pain and depression, my pain, my parents' depression, and no matter how much I tried to feel better, I constantly find myself recreating the depression, low mood, anxiety, and pain. Having seen that pattern, which I'm grateful for, thank you, what do I do now? How do I break this pattern? Yeah, that's what we're all looking for, isn't it, really? We're all looking for an end to the cycles of um, trying to feel better but feeling worse. We're looking for an end to emotions that we don't want to have. We're looking for an end to the recreation of the conditioning of our childhood. We're all of us looking for home. We're looking for peace. We're looking for happiness. We're looking for that bliss of total presence that we know ourselves to be because we remember it from when we're babies. That's what we are. And then in comes all these layers of learned embodied experience that says excuse me, that says no, I'm separate, I'm different, I'm isolated, I have to control these things, I have to cling on to this to survive, I have to push away these things. And so we're all looking for home. And so the question, how do I break this pattern? What do I do now? Is very logical and natural and right, you know. But the problem in it is that it sets the me apart from the experience. So there's a me, Claire, that has depression or feels pain or is sad or is anxious, and so that experience, that emotional landscape is separate from me, and I have to control it somehow. I have to somehow get rid of it, and that sets up an ongoing internal battle between two parts that are actually not separate parts at all, that are the same thing. But the battle within it, the resistance within it, is literally keeping it all in place, because all the attention, all the effort, all the resources, all the need, all the desperation is being drawn in to fight this experience, to fight this pain. And that's not the case, because what's happened is that this I that I believe myself to be is inseparable from that pain, from the depression, from the anxiety. It arises at the same time. It's made of the same stuff. It's all made from our childhoods, from our experiences, from adolescence, young adulthood, and then the ongoing re-traumatizing of the original wounds, because we look out to this apparently separate world and it just delivers the same thing over and over again, because the world is made of the same stuff. The I, the emotions, the world, the people, the events, the experiences are all made of the same thing. The entire experience is coming from a mind body system that has been trained and conditioned to perceive and to react and to behave and to believe in a certain way. So that's the first step. So when we say I've seen that pattern, it's not really, that's not really a breakthrough. The breakthrough is the conscious mind easing out of that identification as a separate me, because increasingly that idea of a separate me is making less and less sense. And so the conscious mind settles back into the witnessing presence that we really are, and it observes an idea of me arising in conjunction with the pain, in conjunction with the depression. It's all the same thing. And there's no struggle now. Nothing has to change in it, because it's just a product of belief. It's just a conditioned appearance. And so the settled mind observes that, it observes it coming in like the weather, and observes certain triggers that create it. And again, there's no need to get rid of those triggers, because it's all just observed. And that is the end of the pattern. That total spaciousness for it, in which, importantly, as we go deeper and deeper and deeper, we're not trying to avoid the pain, we're going into the pain. We're really recognizing it in the body, in the lived experience, and understanding where it's come from, understanding parents who were doing their best, in every respect, doing their best and struggling with their own confusion. And that's sanity, that's the mind coming into truth. And it's really where this conditioning ends, isn't it? Because it's really understood, it's integrated, it becomes part of our wholeness. It's not something we have to fight. It's part of our uniqueness, really. But with the battle ending, and that recognition that it comes in like a storm, there's nothing that has to change. It's now, there's nothing being used up in a fight against it. It's just attention now, helping all of that learning be understood. Yeah. So whenever we're asking to get rid of something, whenever we're in this conversation to get rid of an emotion or an experience, that's the sign that there's something deeper to be seen, something to sit with. Yeah, thank you. Bye.